Trump, the inciteful windbag. While he did use the phrase peacefully protest when looking at the totality of his words and their intended effect, it is clear that this phrase is a caveat for legal defense, and so he didn't mean it. Speaking to the crowd, Donald Trump said, "All of us here today do not want to see our elections stolen by emboldened radical left Democrats, which is what they're doing, and stolen by the fake news media. That's what they've done and what they're doing. We will never give up. We will never concede. Our nation has had enough. We will not take it anymore." And that's what this is all about. We will stop the steal. It's a disgrace. There's never been anything like this. We will not let them silence your voices. We're not going to let that happen. The crowd chanted, "Fight for Trump. Fight for Trump. Fight for Trump." What an absolute disgrace that this could be happening to our Constitution, Trump said. The crowd chanted, "We love Trump. We love Trump. We love Trump." We gathered together in the heart of our nation's capital for one very basic and simple reason, Trump continued: to save our democracy. They've used the pandemic as a way of defrauding the people in a proper election. And we're not going to stand for that. Democrats attempted the most brazen and outrageous election theft. It's pure theft. Everybody knows it. Our election was so corrupt that in the history of this country, we've never seen anything like it. Our media is not free. It's not fair. It suppresses thought. It suppresses speech. And it's become the enemy of the people. We're going to have to fight much harder. And Mike Pence is going to have to come through for us. If he doesn't, that will be a sad day for our country. After this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down to the Capitol. You'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong. We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing and count only the electors who had been lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Our country has been under siege for a long time, and now we're out here fighting. Our election was a catastrophe. Today we see a very important event though, because right here, we see the event going to take place. And I'm going to be watching because history is going to be made. We're going to see whether or not we have great and courageous leaders. We must stop the steal. And then we must ensure that such outrageous election fraud never happens again, can never be allowed to happen again. And we fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. So we're going to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue, and we're going to go to the Capitol, and we're going to try and give them the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country. Trump went on to list all the same old lies that Republican Gabriel Sterling made short work of, efficiently dealing with these lies and exposing them as such. In full, Trump's words were even more insightful than those that I've quoted here. And while I left them out, for the sake of brevity, and because they were state-specific, go and read them, and you'll see the truth. That Trump was seeking to incite a crowd to violence, even more plainly than what is obvious from the abridged version that I've shared here. While most of what Trump goes on to say can be summed up in the statement, "Repeat the lie until it becomes the truth," Trump's tirade is littered with carefully placed phrases to indemnify himself and his words as he tells his audience that they're patriots, that their side is true, that they are right, that they built this nation so it's theirs, that those that oppose them are vile criminals, and that they must fight to restore order, or all will be lost to what he insists are lies.